And Dunn misses the second, but Jourdain gets the tip in with 0.5 seconds to go. Nick Jourdain with the clutch rebound and puts it back in with 0.5 seconds remaining.
But Raquin able to just drill the pass. What a shot there from the Frenchman. Cheeky little play.
A monster forehand winner. Cross court, and the Temple Owls stream to the court. Greg drops his racket from the court. What a win.
Hello and welcome on into a beautiful Friday afternoon. It's spring tennis here at the TU Pavilion. Temple Owls taking on the Delaware Blue Hen. Of course, the Owls' 16-match winning streak coming to an end in a nail-biter against UPenn last week. They've had 8 days off to recover, and they're back at it here against Delaware. We picked things up, though, in the early stages of the first set. Leo Raquin taking on Alex Bolton of Australia here from the number 2 position. Raquin in the front court, sporting the Temple black, and Bolton in the far court in the Blue Hen navy blue. 5-4 for Raquin in the opening set. It's been playing beautiful tennis so far this afternoon. Of course, blustery conditions here at the TU Pavilion, as is pretty familiar here, but the Owls haven't played much at the Pavilion. Of course, 11-0 at home, but have played a lot of those matches inside the Hecht Tennis Center over at UPenn or at Cherry Hill in New Jersey. But good to see them back outside here into the forehand of Raquin. And that one goes into the net. And we will indeed have a tiebreaker between Alex Bolton and Leo Raquin. Raquin, of course, wonderful in tie breaks so far this season. Has won 4 out of 5. Of course, dropping one against Yale in the beginning of the season. Hasn't lost one since. Usually a pretty good clutch player in the closing moments of the set. We'll see what he does here. Raquin, first to serve, into the backhand of Bolton. Backs in. Bolton hits one cross court. Cross court backhand rally here. Bolton takes a forehand swing at it, and that one goes wide. Raquin doing well to stay in the point there. Bolton hits the air. 1-0 for Raquin now. And of course, for those not as familiar with tennis, Raquin serves the opening point, and then 2 service points will ensue for Bolton, and then they will exchange 2-2-2 until a winner is decided. First to 7 here in this tiebreak. Bolton into the forehand of Raquin. Bolton hits the forehand cross. Raquin looping it, but that one goes long. Raquin not set on his feet there, just kind of a uncharacteristic forehand mistake, trying to get a lot of height on the ball, trying to go get it over the net, but that one sails long. 1 apiece here in the breaker. Bolton into the forehand of Raquin. Raquin takes a big swing at it, gets a short ball here, and hits a beautiful little dropper cross court there. Great return from the Frenchman into the forehand of Bolton, who just can only get a racket on it, and that sets up a beautiful touch drop shot cross court here from the Frenchman. Beautiful hands there. Really taking advantage of the court position there. 2-1 for Raquin with the mini break here. Raquin into the forehand of Bolton. Bolton pushed back. Raquin trying to gain some ground here. Goes inside into the court. Backhand to backhand exchange. Raquin ripping the forehand cross court and forces his opponent to make the forehand mistake. 3-1 for Raquin now. Raquin really coming into his own in this one, using the court positioning beautifully and showing who's boss on the court. Dictating with that forehand. 3-1. Raquin into the forehand and just unleashes on that serve and nails the backhand cross court, taking full advantage now, really using the size of the court to his advantage. Finishing points up at the net. Aggressive play from Raquin. 4-1 now. We'll see if Bolton, who's done well so far this set to stay close with Raquin. Must win point you feel here for the Aussie. 1-4. Bolton into the backhand of Raquin. Hits the forehand and tries to come up. Finishes it at the net. But a beautiful passing shot winner there from Leo Raquin on the run. And he's running up and down the court, high-fiving his teammates on that one to get the 5-1 lead boy, Bolton thought he'd done everything on that one. Coming up to the net there on a nice approach shot and hitting the forehand volley into the open space, but Raquin able to just drill the pass. What a shot there from the Frenchman. Cheeky little play. Yeah, Bolton really thought that he had him there, and the little jog and swagger to go with it. Bolton now serving 1-5 down. And Raquin leashes on a backhand cross-court winner. 6-1 now for the Frenchman. Just smothering his opponent in this tiebreak. Again, another winner. Make that 3 winners for Raquin in this tiebreak alone. Raquin, first serve here. Goes for broke, and that one just goes wide, and he'll serve a second serve, sitting with 5 set points. Just bullying his opponent, Bolton, in this breaker. And Raquin seals it with an ace down the tee on a second serve. 7 games to 6, 7-1 in the tiebreaker. Just absolute domination from 1-all to steal this opening set. We'll be back after the break.
Good evening and welcome all college basketball fans. We have an exciting night of hoops ahead of us as the Temple Owls take on the Wichita State Shockers here at the gorgeous Liacouras Center in North Philadelphia. The Owls come in tonight seeking to break a 3-game losing streak, and on the other hand, the Shockers are looking for back-to-back wins following a win against SMU on Sunday. All in all, this AAC matchup could shape up to be one exciting event. My name is Dimich-Louvet alongside Andrew Mayo. We'll be providing coverage here of Temple men's basketball for the evening. Andrew, thoughts on the first half here?
I think some of my biggest takeaways from this first half have honestly just been the performances of our role players and the performances of our better players. Better players, let's talk about Caleb Battle. 0 points here this entire first half of basketball. He has 1 assist, no rebounds, no points. You expect a lot more from him, especially recently, as in the last 3 games, he's been averaging 25 points a game, 18 points a game all season. You just kind of expect more from him.
And Dunn, conversely, only has 1 made field goal as well. So between the 2 star players that have really carried this Owls program this season, have 1 made field goal between the 2 of them. But hey, Zach Hicks has picked it up for them. 12 points, 5 of 5 from the field. We'll see if that continues here in the second half. What do you anticipate being the big difference maker for the Owls here in the second half? And we're going to have a live here interview with athletic director Arthur Johnson, who was in all day on the action. And we will get his thoughts on an afternoon here at the TU Pavilion. Mr. Johnson, thank you for joining us.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you for having me on. So, what a great day when you think about the weather today. Temperatures are perfect, not too hot, not too cold, no wind. So, really good. Really
yeah,
good.
I mean, it's not always like this. You know, we've had to battle a lot of weather. They've had to play indoors quite a bit this season, so it's nice to finally see them out playing at the Pavilion.
Yeah, no, it's great to be outside. This is what I prefer. I went over to the indoor and watched us earlier this year. I watched us over at Penn earlier in the year as well, indoor. But coming from Texas, where I had a chance to work with our men's and women's programs there for the last 4 years and won 2 national championships, so it was always great to be outside, and I'm always mindful.
A little bit different weather there in Texas than in Philly.
No, you could have some had to go indoors there some as well, and early in the year you could get the cold weather in terms of colder for Texas. You could still play outside, but you had the cool temperatures that impacted you. But the most important thing was just to seeing the guys compete. You learn that tennis is the speed outside is different from the speed when they're inside.
Right.
And having to adjust to that.
Into the conference tournament next week.